Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dr. Hamed, welcome you in our program Ideal City Living. We will discuss today a few points which are useful for our community, and I think you are the right person to give your observation where we are and where we are heading and where we are going. My first question is in CNN website I was looking. In 2010, one guy for the last few years, CNN is conducting one survey that they take 10 top persons, hero of the year in the name Hero of the Year. They included, CNN included his name in 2010 top 10 heroes. His claim is that he built almost 20 houses for the community help, and what the cost was at that time in 2010, it cost him only 33% of the building cost which was in the market. 250,000 house he built in only 75,000, and then he gave free to the people who was needy at that time. My question is that as you know, every second person in our community is struggling in his or her finances. So it's a big account of this construction and houses, and we need it. So is there any possibility that last day we were with one very experienced and very interact person of the community. He mentioned that Muslims are 500,000 only in Toronto. It goes to more or less 100,000 houses. So 33% of it or 66% of the cost of the house. It's a big economy. And we are not only restricted to the Muslims when we are talking about this idea and expertise. We are offering this facility to each and everyone who is interested or who needs it. So what you say about it?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Regarding the question that you asked kindly about CNN and the top 10 people that famous that doing something good, which is really amazed me that regardless your background or Islamic, Christian, Jew, atheist, still we are human being, and some people are soft-hearted that they really help practically the needy people, and I think in this country they have lots of good value regarding this, at least in some aspect and some people. Our community in general are new community comparing to others like Chinese background or Italian or Muslim community in general. If I accept the fact that we are almost 500,000 or close to, and statistically I don't know why there is no solid statistic to count all these Muslims. It's a very important figure for us. Sunni, Shia, just Muslim, Ismaili, Khoja, whatever it is. It is a big number, it's a big business as you said, and lots of people get benefit and lots of people they don't get benefit. I just like to add that the Pakistani community and the Khoja community is one of the mature one comparing to Arab community, for example, the Iraqi or the relatively the Lebanese, the Egyptian. They are not, some of them they are not even in the radar. They coming new, take 3-4 years minimum to establish the first generation. second generation kids, if they care about education and if the family follow up with their kids to a good futures and good educations, they might be a good resources in the Canadian system. They can make money as a lawyers, as a doctors, as a pharmacist, as a police officer, yeah.
Or businessman.
Or a businessman, The only problem with business is you will go to Lawrence and every store selling the same product and grocery stores, halal stores or shawarma and halal store and shawarma. So they are out of ideas. But we need more factories. We need people in the computer industry, as it happened in some of the Pakistani community. They are lucky enough to get to the computer chips, which is really make them, they are pioneer now. But back to the housing, especially when the bank in the last 1 or 2 years raising their interest rate, and they become very, very hard in mortgage and in obtaining mortgages. They become unrealistically and unpredictable to become very hard in mortgages, because what happened in the state from the collapse in 2008 and the aftermath. So you have to have a good credit, and you have to have your even partner have a good credit and good credit rating and T4 and base stub, and in order to be eligible for getting the mortgage. So it has become very hard. And then we have the bubbles that happened last year, 2-3 months, where I don't like to mention what community, but some people came from outside, start buying houses by cash, $1 million. They are bidding over each other for another $450,000, something we didn't see before. Then the government start putting regulation and putting more taxes in people from outside, 15% if you are not residents, and make it hard. And then the money start moving to Quebec, for example, now, because they don't have that law. And then house market start tumbling about, according to real estate. It's a buyer market now. Nowadays, we're talking about December 2018. For the last 3, 4, or 5 or 6 months, it's a buyer market. If you like to buy same house that will offer $1 million, it will be like 800, 850, and you can bargain for it.
But originally it was only $400,000.
That's true. But we have at least 3 to 5% appreciation.
Still, it is double price.
It is, but at least there is minimum of 3 to 5% appreciation to the house and the land every year. So if you're living in the house for 20 years, you are expecting 3 times 20 years, like about, and it's just 50-60% increase in the value for house. So if it's 300,000 you bought, it should be 400,000 to 500,000. But yes, you're right. It's now 800, maybe 900,000.
No, but